He is currently working as a scientist in one of the most reputed institutions, that is Indian Agricultural Research Institute, located at New Delhi. And probably he is one of the youngest scientists in the discipline of farm machinery, working in the field of precision agriculture and smart agriculture. Well, he's having so many awards that it will take me an hour to read all of them. But some of the major achievements are ISA Young Scientist Award, Industrial Association Award, ISE Distinguished Service Award. He has handled more than 9 research projects, guided so many masters and PhD students. In fact, he is an expert member in the committee constituting the Government of India. So probably he is one of the best in this discipline. And he is working so much for not only for farm engineering, but our agriculture engineering. So I would like to request him to proceed with this lecture. Dr. Rouf, Parry. Feel free to interact with him, please.
Good morning, friends. Okay. Before I start, one thing he forgot to introduce me, for which I feel proud, that I am the alumni of this college, the first agriculture engineering student. That is my introduction. My friend, Dr. Muzamil. So we had joined it in 2006. Okay. So before I start this lecture, I would like to have just an introduction. Your name, your discipline, and in which you are pursuing. Because for any person who is going to give the training, it's important to know the audience. What is the diversity of audience? All engineers, non-engineers, we should know. So name, discipline, and in which year you are.
Just
sit. Yes.
My name is Parry. I have completed my BTech from this university, and currently I am pursuing my master's in processing and food.
Okay, simple. To save time, simple that I am a master's in processing, second year or first year, your name. That's all.
Myself, I'm Majran, and I am in master's in food processing.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. I'm Mohd.Muzamil. I'm pursuing MSc in post-harvest management. It's my 5th semester.
Assalamu sir, my I am pursuing masters in processing and food engineering.
Okay.
Good morning, sir. I am Tazim Fatma Jafri. I am pursuing masters in vegetable science.
Yeah?
Vegetable science.
Vegetable science. Good. Okay.
Good morning, sir. My name is Shreya Kaushik Sharma. I am pursuing my master's in food science. I am in second year.
Yeah?
Second year.
Next.
Good morning, sir. My name is Sonia Jigar. I recently completed my MSc in food science.
In food science. Yes, please.
Good morning. My name is Hafsa Bashir, and I am pursuing MTech in solid water transition.
So I am not going to yes.
Sir, my name is Mansha Rashad, and I am pursuing master's in the division of vegetable science.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Mohd Bashir, and I am pursuing my MSc in food science in second year. Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Sri Mustafisa, and I am pursuing MSc in post-harvest management.
Okay.
It's my first year.
Good morning sir, my name is Anis Sangwa. I am a master in agriculture and landscape architecture.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. My name is Aksana, and I am pursuing MTech in pharmaceutical and pharmacy.
Okay, good.
Good morning sir, my name is Bhavesh. I am pursuing my masters in food science. I am on first year.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Myself Msme. I am pursuing my MSc in food science, my first sem.
Okay.
Assalamu alaikum, myself Rabi Bilal. I am pursuing MSc in PhD.
Good morning, sir. I am Huda, and I am pursuing my master's in food science. I am in first year.
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Sanisha, and I am a coordinator.
You are coordinator? Okay, you are a coordinator. Okay, I got your introduction. Now, in my it's not a lecture. First thing, it's not a lecture, it is an interaction. Okay, we will be having the two-way communication. We don't go for one-way communication. We go for two-way communication because you have to go for the capacity building. Okay. So before that, all conveyed your disciplines. Some are vegetable science, some are food science, some are this. What is common among all? Yes, you belong to agriculture. So that's why you have to appear for the examination. Okay. That's what we do before any training program. Just don't feel it. Your coordinator, please distribute. feel it? Just this. Keep it with you. I will guide you what you have to do. Okay. Yoga. Okay. All have what? Okay. So it is the examination for home. This examination is for home. This is for the trainer, the one who trained. This examination is for me. Okay. So what you have to go in first column, what I know. So what you know related to this topic, put those points. 2-3 points. If you know anything related to this topic, put that in this. Related to this topic, modern trends in fabrication of agricultural machinery. If you know, if you don't know, write I don't know. If you know any point related to it, put in that and keep it with you. Okay, you feel it. First column, what I know. If you don't know, don't, that is my job, to make you know. Okay, what I know related to this topic, because I have been given 2-3 topics in this context, I want to check what is your existing knowledge level. If it is nil, doesn't matter. ठीक है, हम तो सीखने के लिए आए हैं इसमें. It is interaction. Okay. Just 1-2 points you can write and keep it with you. किसी से देखिए, understand this point. सबको हिंदी समझ में आती है? Anyone from outside who cannot comprehend the Hindi? किसी को हिंदी में कोई प्रॉब्लम, उर्दू में प्रॉब्लम? ठीक है, ये बात समझिए. आप यहाँ बैठे हैं कुछ सीखने के लिए. दूसरों से पूछ के, दूसरों से कॉपी करके, it will not help you in life. At the end of the class, there is second column. What is second column? What I learned. So at the end, and there is third column. What I want to know is that when I go for same training next time, I should know what I should have delivered, where I failed. That's why it is test for the trainer. जो ट्रेनिंग दे रहा है, उसके लिए टेस्ट है, क्योंकि जो तीसरा कॉलम है वो मेरे लिए है. ठीक है, इसलिए fill it properly. चलिए, बदलिए. अब क्या है? As per the organizer, I had been given time for full day. पूरे दिन के लिए मुझे टाइम दिया था. पहला लेक्चर 11:30 तक. Then this, but I know this problem. There is one problem with the, this is the problem. Look at the slide. What it says? That if we go on delivering the lecture, what happens to audience? Forenoon में क्या होता है? Afternoon में क्या होता है? अगर कोई लेक्चर forenoon में है, तो आप देखोगे after 30 minutes people start sleeping. आफ्टरनून में खाना खा लेते हैं, भारी हो जाते हैं, तो आते ही नींद पड़ जाती है. ठीक है, सो दैट इज द अपर लाइन. दैट इज व्हाई कि ज्यादा देर लेक्चर देना बहुत मुश्किल है. अनलेस एंड अनटिल वी डोंट इंटरैक्ट. इफ आई गो मोनोटोनस, आप सुनते जाएंगे, नींद करते जाएंगे. ठीक है. द टॉपिक इज मॉडर्न ट्रेंड्स इन फैब्रिकेशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चरल मशीनरी. जब भी आप किसी क्लास में जाते हैं, किसी ट्रेनिंग में जाते हैं, the first question is to question the topic. Why I am sitting here and going to learn this? Why I need to learn? पहला तो क्वेश्चन है कि ऐसा ही नहीं कि आपको एक सर्टिफिकेट चाहिए. Important is that why I need this topic. What is the learning for me? Where I can apply? That's very important. So to take you to that logical conclusion, I will take you through the agriculture. This is what was happening in agriculture. Agriculture is following parallel to industrial revolution. जब पहला इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन हो गया, यहाँ एग्रीकल्चर में क्या चल रहा था कि जो एग्रीरियन सोसाइटी है, छोटे छोटे टूल्स इस्तेमाल करना शुरू किया, छोटे छोटे खुरपा वगैरह इस्तेमाल करना शुरू किया. पैरेलल में जब इंडस्ट्री सेकंड ग्रीन ये रेवोल्यूशन हो गया, सेकंड इंडस्ट्रियल रेवोल्यूशन, यहाँ पर ट्रांसपोर्ट फैसिलिटी बढ़ती गई, क्योंकि इंडस्ट्री लगा रहे हैं, ट्रांसपोर्ट फैसिलिटी चाहिए, तो एग्रीकल्चर का प्रोड्यूस एक जगह से दूसरी जगह जाने लगा. That was what was happening in the agriculture parallel to industry. Then you know, in the third industrial revolution, parallel agriculture में क्या चल रहा था? Green revolution, high yielding varieties, mechanization, nutrients, all was happening in the third revolution. So it means इंडस्ट्री का इम्पैक्ट आता है एग्रीकल्चर पे. अगर इंडस्ट्री बढ़ जाएगा, एग्रीकल्चर भी अडॉप्ट करता है. You can see currently what is happening in any industry: IoT, robotics, drone, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and in agriculture, everybody talks about it. Because industry has taken industry 4.0, agriculture has taken this fourth revolution, that is this. So this is what is happening currently. Okay? Now, if this is happening, understand this history of agriculture. How there was progress in agriculture, from being food scarce to food shortage to food exception to food secure to food onwards, and now this is food surplus. That's what was happening, food surplus. How it happened? Look at this slide. That may be, I am keeping the slides here, no need to note down. Important is interact. If you have any confusion, we can interact on these aspects. Okay. Look at this slide. What is happening? It is the rainbow revolution. You have the green revolution, you have the golden revolution. Food grain production 1950, 2021. How much increase? Vegetables, milk. But look at the bottom two rows. What is happening in net zone area? Just 1.1 time increase. What is happening in grass zone area? 1.3 times increase. Means we have been able to sustaining the growth in agriculture through increase in productivity. Per unit, how much you are getting, that we have been able to increase. Now India is thinking to be developed by 2047. So when you have currently the condition that where there is the extra food, you are food sufficient, but what will happen in 2047? If you see, the population will increase. The target is to reduce the population below poverty line, BPL. Although this is not the right term, BPL, it is bottom of pyramid. It's not the below poverty, it's the bottom of pyramid. Rural population dynamics will change, people will be migrating to cities, so urban areas will be having more population. There will be the drastic reduction in agricultural force. This is the one point, keep in mind. I will make you remind continuously. So drastic reduction in agricultural force. We have to increase the income to be developed. It should be parallel to US. But if you see the bottom two again here, the resources, that is your water and your land availability, they are going to reduce drastically. So, how agriculture has to progress to sustain the current condition in 2047? Mother, you should be food sufficient, food secure. You should be exporting the food. So for that, based upon this population, the National Institute of Agricultural Economics, what they say, that you need this much food, you need this much fruit, you need this much vegetables, nutrients. And there is a target to increase the mechanization by how much percent? It has to be reached to 75%. For farm machinery people, sometimes this question is being asked in any JRF, SRF exam. What is the level of mechanization in agriculture in India? It's currently 45-47%. Government has set an ambitious target to increase it to 75%. To reduce post-harvest losses by 10%. It's currently 15%. Water use efficiency, it's currently 40%, it has to go 60%. Now see, these are the challenges. जो मैं अभी बता रहा हूँ, that is to mechanization increase करना, water जो use efficiency है, nutrient use efficiency इसको बढ़ाना. You see, nitrogen use efficiency is currently 35%. इसको कहाँ पे लेके जाना है? 50% पे लेके जाना है. And agriculture export accordingly. If we are able to do these things that are here in bold letters, then others can be done. So if you see at this, one is farm mechanization. Other is to reduce post-harvest losses. How you can reduce post-harvest losses? To have the proper storage structures, to have the on-farm storage, cold storage, Everything should be there. You have the water use efficiency. How you are going to use water use efficiency? You are going to use the advanced irrigation, drip irrigation, sprinkler irrigation. That way you are going to save the water. You are going to use the advanced. Then next is nitrogen use efficiency. How you are going to increase the nitrogen use efficiency? You are going to use better fertilizers, coated fertilizers like neem coat urea. You are going to use the variable rate technology, variable rate fertilizer applicator. That way you are going to fix. So this is what is target. So what you can get from this, what it all indicates that these are engineering aspects. It's all about engineering. That is why future of agriculture is engineering agriculture. So engineers of 21st century must know biology, and biologists of 21st century must know engineering. So whether you are from horticulture or engineering, you have to know each other's discipline. Agriculture engineers cannot contribute if they don't know biology, agriculture. Same way, horticulture people, they cannot progress if they don't adopt engineering. It's the intermingle. So it's like that. That's the future. So when the future is agriculture, engineering, or we can say engineering agriculture, this is till now what you learn. Till now, what you learn, green revolution helped India to sustain self-sufficiency. That's number one point which you learn. India needs 4.6% growth in agriculture to become developed by 2047. Third point is improvement in farm mechanization, nitrogen use efficiency, water use efficiency. These are required to meet the future demands. And the last one is future of agriculture is engineering agriculture. When future of agriculture is engineering agriculture, we should be knowing engineering design. I am going to take you the point which I started why I need to be present in this lecture. So when we go for the engineering design process, what is the first step? What is the first point? कैसे कहाँ से शुरू करेंगे हम इंजीनियरिंग? नीड क्या है? हमारी नीड क्या है? Let us suppose पहले तो every research project it starts from need. If there is no need, then why to waste the time? For example, you have the crop apple. What is the current engineering need in apple? Apple cultivation में क्या engineering need है बताइए?
Cold storage.
Many may be there, cold storage, spray, all are there. So we will first analyze need. What is need? क्या हो रहा है? क्या चाहिए? So that is the first. That is define need. In any process, define first need. What will come next? What will come next? बताइए. Use your brain. See, this is just interaction. Okay, it's not any knowledge check. We have come here to learn. You learn from me, I will learn from you. This is how the capacity building program goes on. ठीक है? उससे पहले एक चीज बताऊंगा इंजीनियरिंग का. This steam boat dysfunctional हो गई. Dysfunctional जब हो गई तो जो भी उस बोट में बैठे थे, they tried to make it functional, they could not do. तो वो ऐसे एक बंदे को लेके आए, just one person मैकेनिक, और उसको बताया कि ये तो बोट स्टीम बोट रुक गई, पता नहीं क्या हो गया इसमें. वो हथौड़ा उठाया और 2-3 हथौड़े मार के the boat started. उसके बाद the person asked 10,000 rupees. Pay me 10,000 rupees as a charges. वो लोग तो बताया कि 10,000 rupees for what purpose? आपने 2 हथौड़े मारे and for this 10,000 rupees. The person told I will give the bill. उसने बिल में क्या लिख दिया? हथौड़े मारने के 1 रुपया. लेकिन कहां पे हथौड़ा मारना है? For that I am charging 9,999 rupees. Okay, so it is important to know where to strike, not just how to strike. Okay, so that is why I am trying to strike your mind. You have to focus where to strike. The second point is establish criteria or constraints. I give the example of apple. Apple में क्या हो रहा है? आपकी नीड है, let's suppose spraying technology. What is the constraint? क्या limitation है? What is the limitation? बताइए. सब लोग एप्पल देखे, इधर है हाई डेंसिटी है, उधर है काला है, सब है इधर, so सब एप्पल है।
Constant use of CPUs.
कॉन्स्टेंट्स ये है कि आपके पास छोटे किसान हैं। कॉन्स्टेंट्स ये है कि क्या ट्रीज की कॉन्फ़िगरेशन सही है, हैप्पीजोर तो नहीं है। कॉन्स्टेंट ये है कि वॉल्यूम बहुत ज्यादा है, क्या स्प्रे वहां तक पहुंचेगा, लोगों की इकोनॉमिक्स, मेरी कॉन्स्टेंट्स क्या है, सो डिफाइन व्हाट आर माय लिमिटेशन। क्या उसको मैं पावर से यूज करूं, ट्रैक्टर से, या कोई और पावर सोर्स हो, whether people have that tractor, so analyze the constraints and the need. Then third is you do the research, कैसा स्प्रे चाहे, कैनोपी वॉल्यूम स्प्रे चाहे जो पूरी कैनोपी को करे, लीव्स के अंडर से करे, you do that research part, you find what is the current situation, what alternative, best alternate I can present. Then you fabricate. The whole story will revolve around this, because this is related to fabrication part. So you fabricate. अभी तक जितना भी आपने किया है इसमें कोई फैब्रिकेशन का नहीं आया। आपने सोचा, डिफाइन नीड की, व्हाट इज द नीड, एनालाइज किया, रिव्यू ऑफ लिटरेचर किया, व्हाट इज करंटली हैपनिंग, you have all that in mind, but actually you are coming to the fourth point where you need to fabricate. There you are stuck. How to fabricate, what materials to use, what I have to do, these all questions are there. So once you fabricate, you test it based upon what constraints you have set, what you have said that you should cover this much area in this much time. You test it accordingly, you try to refine it. Then you do its any failure analysis. आपने कुछ constant रखा था कि चलो इसको हम बनाएंगे power, tractor power operated, but power range should be up to 35 horsepower. But once you made it, it is not being operated even by 40 horsepower. So you try to analyze where is the problem, which I want to rectify. So you do that, and that's the failure analysis you do, and finally you do your documentation. Okay, I have developed this technology. So this whole is about engineering design process. So when this whole is about engineering design process, starting from that you are going to solve the problem of agriculture, where the future is engineering. When you are going in engineering, ultimately you have to fabricate. So when you have to fabricate, that is why I need to know the modern practices for fabrication. You got the point? Yes. So point is clear. That when we go for the modern trends in farm machinery, the first point comes sustainable material. पहले material की बात आएगी, आप कौन सा material use करोगे. Second will come how you are going to design. You may use design software. I will discuss these points. Okay. If any time you feel bored, you have the right to go out of the class. Okay. It's not just आपको मैं बांध के रखूँ, ठीक है. This is the interaction. If somebody is feeling bored, they can go roam around and come back. Okay, this is it. And you can stop me anytime. If you have any confusion, you can stop me. This is considered this capacity building. Okay, that's important. It's not lecture, it's not training. Okay, what is the difference between capacity building and training? Actually, for humans, it is capacity building. The term for humans is capacity building. ताकि उनकी आप capacity build करो, they can apply that anywhere, here and there. एक डायरेक्शन में नहीं. ट्रेन तो नॉर्मली कौन करते हैं, सर्कस वाले. they उनको ट्रेन करते हैं कि आपको ऐसे करना है, वो ऐसे करते हैं, उसे राइट लेफ्ट कुछ नहीं करते हैं. But we try to have the capacity building for you, so that when you go in the actual situation, you use your brain, you use your capacity building, what you have developed, and try to solve the problem. ठीक? So we will be discussing about use of design software. So first we will discuss material. Material कैसा होना चाहिए, how you are going to analyze the material. Then there is a concept of additive manufacturing that I will discuss. Then automation. I told you what is happening parallel in industry, same will happen in agriculture. So farm machinery industry बहुत बड़ी industry है. So when we talk of the sustainable manufacturing, what is the critical idea in sustainability? What is the critical idea? It is environment. माहौल को गंदा नहीं करना है. ठीक है, लोहा आपने बहुत यूज किया, बाहर मशीन पड़ी है, जंग लग रहा है, यू आर प्रोड्यूसिंग मोर एंड मोर आयरन, वहां पे बहुत एनर्जी लग रही है, आप वहां कोल जला रहे हो, कुछ कर रहे हो, सो दैट्स नॉट सस्टेनेबल ऑप्शन. सस्टेनेबल मीन्स थ्रू आउट लाइफ साइकिल एनवायरनमेंट सेफ हो और मिनिमम एनर्जी यूज हो. So when we talk of that sustainability, the materials, that's why these days the sustainability big concept. Whenever there is sustainability, understand that it is related to environment. Earlier we were thinking only of the economics. पैसा चाहिए, बस सब पैसा चाहिए. आज नहीं है. आप पैसा इधर एडिशनल कमा रहे हैं 100 रुपीज, लेकिन वहां से आप इन्वायरमेंट को डैमेज कर रहे हो 200 रुपीज. So that is not good option. That's not viable option. That is why the sustainability, and when the sustainability, one of the material that is being under focus is aluminium. Okay, why? I have written the reason. Reason is it is recycled. जितना भी आप एल्यूमिनियम यूज कर रहे हैं, it's being recycled. क्योंकि इसमें जंग नहीं लग रहा है, डैमेज नहीं हो रहा है, इसीलिए जितना भी आपको अभी वर्ल्ड में एल्यूमिनियम दिख रहा है 75% वो जो प्रोड्यूस हुआ है वही है. नया बस 25% ही है जो आता जाता है. ठीक है, बिकॉज इट इज रिसाइक्लेबल, इट इज लाइट वेट. दैट इज व्हाई इफ यू सी द फ्यूचर ट्रेंड इन ट्रैक्टर, छत बनेगा लाइट वेट चाहिए, इट विल बी हेडिंग टुवर्ड्स द एल्यूमिनियम. That's what is written here. If it is visible to you, I am sorry. That is what is written here. That the agricultural tractor is going to be compact, lightweight. So it is to be with, for example, electric tractors. So you will be using the material that is lightweight like aluminum. So it is a sustainable material in the sense it can be recycled. It is sustainable in the sense that in throughout its life cycle, during the recycling, only 5% energy is being used. जितना existing नया बनाने में energy लग रहा है, उसका 5% recycling में लग रहा है. So why should not we go for you? Second point is bioplastics. Bioplastics, आप देख रहे हो आपके पास जो plastics रहते हैं, that are non-renewable. Bioplastics means any plastic that has more than 20% renewable portion. You make it only from the agriculture. आप agriculture से ही bioplastic बनाते हैं. Whether you have the sorghum, whether you have the corn, you develop bioplastics from the agriculture produce. So that is how you are going to add value. When we say the bioplastics means more than 20% is renewable component in that. और आप देखोगे machinery में जो बहुत सारे component है वो bioplastics के बना लेते हैं. जैसे one of the bioplastics is PLA, that is polylactic acid. Polylactic acid का छोटे से, sorry, I think I had a component here. I had some component there. You can check. I will. Yes. You can check this component. This is our bioplastics. This is our PLA. You transfer this. Understand this. Then I will later on explain. This is bioplastics. Okay. See, lightweight, sturdy. Later on I will explain how we produce it. This is being produced in our lab. Okay, this is from the bioplastics. So we use such material. So first material is aluminum, second is the bioplastics. Any other which comes to your mind? कोई और material है जो आपको लग रहा है sustainable है, जो हमको use करना चाहिए, environmental friendly है? Anything comes to your mind?
Biofuel.
Yes? No, I am talking material. Biofuel is not material for which I have to use. You may be right that biofuel, but I am talking sustainable material. You can use as fuel in the engine, in tractor engine. But I am talking of the material. आपने देखा होगा जब जो कश्मीर में पुराने मकान बनते थे, what they were using? क्या करते थे? मिट्टी करते थे, उसमें क्या डालते थे? घास डालते थे. Why? Actually, that was the concept of composite materials. That was the concept of composite materials. जहाँ पे आप दो तीन मटेरियल को मिला के you try to increase the strength. आप बहुत सारे लोग जो एनिमल्स के ऊपर योक रहता है ना, जहाँ एनिमल्स यूज होते हैं, वो तो घास से बनाते हैं, गोबर वगैरह उसके वो जो स्ट्रा निकलते हैं उससे बना के कुछ मटेरियल को बायो, दैट इज द कंपोजिट्स. सो वी यूज द कंपोजिट मटेरियल, दैट इज कंपोजिट मटेरियल. आप देखोगे ट्रैक्टर वगैरह में ना बहुत सारे कंपोनेंट कंपोजिट, इवन कि 4 व्हीलर्स आपको साइड में जो फेंडर रहता है, इट्स अ कंपोजिट मटेरियल, लाइट वेट, वहां पे आपको कुछ ज्यादा नहीं चाहिए, जस्ट आपको कवर के लिए चाहिए, यू यूज दैट मटेरियल, यू वांट टू इंक्रीज द स्ट्रेंथ, यू कैन ऐड सम मटेरियल, 2-3 मटेरियल मिला के, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द मशीनरी रिमेन्स आउटसाइड. When it remains outside, let's suppose it is made up of iron, it's exposed, or if it's made of any other material that is being affected by UV radiations. So under that condition, life of machine will be very less. That is why in such circumstances you are using the composite materials. This bamboo. Now what I was talking about, the sustainability. See, the production of 1 ton of steel emits 2 ton of carbon dioxide. On the other side, if you use 1 ton of bamboo, it consumes more than 1 ton of carbon dioxide. That is sustainability. आप देखोगे IIT दिल्ली is working on this bamboo use, मकान बना रहे हैं और उनकी strength equivalent है structure की, trusses, storage structures, poultry houses, जो पोल्ट्री के लिए ना बैम्बू यू कैन यूज. इसीलिए जो छोटे छोटे, क्योंकि इन स्मॉल फार्म मैकेनाइजेशन वी यूज स्मॉल टूल्स, सो वी कैन गो फॉर मेकिंग हैंडल ऑफ बैम्बू लाइट वेट. You go for this apple harvesting, we can have ladder made up of bamboo because it is lightweight. आप कहीं से भी लेके जा सकते हो, lightweight, sturdy, you can have height. So bamboo is one of the material that is being introduced as the sustainable material. There can be many other. I give you few ideas: biocomposite, bioplastics, aluminum, and why I give you this. What is the idea when we use other material? What is happening to the environment? And when we use a sustainable material, what is happening to environment? So we use this. Second part I told you, after material comes use of design software. देखिए आप देखिए पुराने जो लोहार थे उनके लिए कितनी दिक्कत थी. Let us suppose they made khurbi, they made this drati. Now what is happening? He has to produce same. It is very difficult. उसके पास कोई डिजाइन सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं है, उसका अपना स्किल है, वही से वो काम करता है. He cannot maintain precision. आप उसको बता रहे मैं पुराना जो लेके गया तो ऐसा था, नया तो ऐसा है. The problem is he was not having the blueprint. आपके पास अभी blueprint है, मशीन की ड्राइंग है, you can produce the same. आपने स्प्रेयर बनाया, इतनी डिस्टेंस नोजल में है, ये नोजल है, इतना प्रेशर है, पूरी ड्राइंग है आपके पास, you can replicate. आपको किसी को दे दो वो फिर से वैसा ही बनाएगा. So that is why. दूसरा बात क्या था, आपने कोई चीज बनाया and it failed, so it means all material gone. So you can do in design software the analysis. पहले बनाने से पहले, let us suppose here it is showing, it is the technology for the maize crop, band placement applicator. So what we are analyzing here is stresses. जब soil में चलेगा कहाँ कितना stress आ रहा है, कहीं weak point तो नहीं है, बाद में जब मैं उसको fabricate करूँगा और वहीं पे ही टूट जाएगा. That may happen. So with the use of design software, we are able to predict its work efficiency. We can create the blueprint so that we can have mass scale production, large scale production of same entity, same with precision. That is the second part, that is design software. So first part I talked about is the sustainable material. Second part I talked about use of the design software. This is additive manufacturing. Friends, this is my MTech student what she has done. Just for information, हमने क्या कर दिया? Although that part is not relevant to you, but since there are horticulture people, vegetable science people, हमने प्लांट में वायरस इनॉकुलेट किया, यहीं से वायरस डाल दिया. जैसे कोरोना के टाइम में, दिस आइडिया वी गॉट फ्रॉम द कोरोना टाइम. ओके, आपका जो टेम्परेचर चेक करता था, देखता था टेम्परेचर हायर है, इसको कोविड तो नहीं है, सेम आइडिया वी ट्राई. हमने यहीं से GBNV वायरस डाला टमाटो में, और उसके बाद उसमें देखा कि जब वायरस उसमें चला जाता है, व्हाट आर द चेंजेस टेकिंग प्लेस. उसके बाद उसको एनालाइज किया कि हमने एक डिवाइस बनाया कि इस डिवाइस जब हम प्लांट को दिखाएंगे तो इससे पता चलेगा हमको एडवांस में कि इसमें डिजीज आने वाली है, उस वायरल डिजीज आने वाली है. सो वी फैब्रिकेटेड इट ऑफ ओन. दिस एडवांस, दिस एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग मींस 3D प्रिंटिंग. जो आपके पास ये पड़ा है, दिस इज 3D प्रिंटेड मटेरियल. ये हमने प्रिंट किया है, ये हमने प्रिंट किया. दिस इज 3D प्रिंटेड मटेरियल. ओके, तो सेम वे इसके लिए हाउसिंग बनाने के लिए, ये जो आउटर कवर बनाने के लिए, फिट बिठाने के लिए, वी डिड आफ्टर ओन प्रिंट किया, फिक्स किया, हैंड डिवाइस बनाया। यू कैन सी द स्टेप्स, उसका हैंडल बनाया, सब किया। सो यू नीड नॉट नो गो फॉर दैट मैन्युफैक्चरिंग के सुबह से लेकर शाम तक वो हैंडल बना रहा है तब भी नहीं बन रहा है, विद इन फ्यू मिनट्स यू कैन गेट इट। और लाइट वेट है, हाथ से लाइक दिस। अगर आप यही वर्कशॉप में बनाओगे, इसके लिए ये प्रिसीजन जो यहाँ पे है ना, जो इसमें सीड के लिए है, ये नहीं पॉसिबल है। सो वी यूज द एडिटिव मैन्युफैक्चरिंग, दैट इज यूज अ 3D प्रिंटर। 3D प्रिंटर क्या करता है, जो मैंने आपको बताया था, PLA पॉलीलैक्टिक एसिड, ये जो वायर है, यू कैन सी दिस इज 3D प्रिंटर। आप जो नीचे देख रहे हो ना ये वायर, दिस इज PLA वायर, जो मैं बायोप्लास्टिक्स की बात कर रहा, ये लेट अस सपोज आई हैव टू मेक दिस। सो व्हाट विल हैपन, इट विल क्रिएट इट्स बेस ऑन द प्लेटफॉर्म। यहाँ पे घूम के इसका बेस बनाएगा। जब बेस बनाएगा, अब ऊपर ऊपर उसी हाइट में चलता जाएगा। So you can get this. You can get many 3D printers ranging from 25,000 to crores you can get depending upon you. So the next part, first is the material we use. Second part is that, what is the second part? Design. Use of design software as CATIA, ProE. Learn at least one design software. At least one design software you learn, it's your choice. Many are there, CATIA is there, SolidWorks is there, ProE is there. You can learn, and it is, I am conveying not to engineers, to all. I told you to be relevant in future, you have to learn, otherwise you will not be relevant in the future. Okay. Next is automated manufacturing. So in automated manufacturing, what we are doing, automatic welding, many automated operations. This is आप कुर्सी पे बैठ के चाय पी सकते हैं, ऑपरेशन इज गोइंग ऑन, एवरीथिंग इज गोइंग परफेक्ट। आप इसका देखिए कैसा वेल्डिंग किया है, दिस इज द ऑटोमेशन इन द डिफरेंट ऑपरेशन, वेल्डिंग दिस। सो ऑटोमेशन, अभी आप देखोगे इंडिया में बहुत फार्म मशीनरी के जो इंडस्ट्रीज है उनमें रोबोटिक वेल्डिंग है। आई हैव सीन द रोबोटिक वेल्डिंग, दे गो फॉर दिस। बहुत प्रिसीजन है इसमें, कहाँ पे लगाना है वेल्ड, कितना उसका थिकनेस होना चाहिए, they are doing it. So this you have seen. So after this comes the numeric control. Numeric control means मुझे कहाँ पे कट करना है, कहाँ पे होल करना है, उस पूरे को कंट्रोल करना ऑटोमेशन. It also comes in the automation, but we do the like program you develop. Here we develop the G code. Okay, G code is easy. If you know any design software, then you can do it. जब आपने ये बनाया, so you can have the milling machine, you can have the lathe machine, you can use the operation shaping, job करना. I will show you. I don't have much material in the slide. I don't want to bore you. Okay, I don't have much material, and I am not interested in showing the material. This you can study. This is numeric control. अब यही काम आप देख लीजिए, वर्कशॉप में होना था. You have the manual lathe. आपके वर्कशॉप में लेथ होगा ना, कितनी मेहनत करनी पड़ती है उसको. इधर आपने कोड जनरेट कर दिया, घर चले जाओ, कल दूसरे दिन आओ, आपका जॉब कंप्लीट होगा. देखो कितना प्रिसाइजली कर रहा है. हाउ मच प्रिसीजन इज देयर, हाउ मच स्पीड इज देयर, स्पीड, प्रिसीजन. सो यू हैव द स्केल. आपको जिस स्केल पर करना है यू कैन डू. यही काम आपको दिया जाएगा, कितना दिन लगेगा? कैन यू डू इट? दैट इज व्हाई यू नीड टू नो दीस थिंग्स. दैट इज व्हाई यू नीड टू नो दीस थिंग्स. मैं पहले बताया, अगर आपको पता नहीं होगा कि यार ऐसे कोई मशीन आ रही है जिससे ऐसा पॉसिबल है, आप अपने वर्कशॉप में करते जाएंगे 6 महीने बाद बोलेंगे छोड़ दो, आप कोई जरूरत नहीं है, हो गया आप है. But if you take same job to any industry, they will do it in 10 minutes. इतना precise decision. Through numeric control, it is taking this decision कि यहाँ से यहाँ जाना है, कितना करना है, उतना ही numeric control में कि कहाँ जाना है. That's what decision it is taking. कितना size करना है this? This is how precisely it is being done. Okay, I think you understand the best. Later on you can see if you want to see, because I had been given time only up to 11:45 and I had taken for whole day this material. Okay. This you can do in the print. So these all operations you can do. Okay. Next comes when you have this CNC, you need cutting. आपको cutting करनी पड़ती है. Two types of cuttings are mostly used in advanced manufacturing. One is plasma cutting, other is laser cutting. Plasma cutting में क्या होता है, जैसे आप electron beam generate कर दिया, उससे cut कर दिया. Laser cutting में you use laser beam. Okay, you use laser beam and you go for the cutting. This is plasma cutting. This is generating that plasma and cutting it. But it's only for the cutting purpose. Okay, you cannot do other operation, only cut. आपको किस shape में cut करना है? Let us suppose you need a covering for tractor frame. You need to cut that. You can cut hundreds of pieces in sheet metal and take it. You can have the code for this. And other is the laser cutting. Same like this. Only thing is beam used is laser beam. You can do many operations like this. Okay. Are you getting some point what I want to convey? Important, you should be knowing what is available. Then only you will be able to pick. Otherwise you will not be able to be. आप workshop में करते जाएंगे. आपको पता है you have the M.Tech research project or MSc research project for 1 year. 1 year you do the course, and if you start doing, maybe it may not finish in 8 months. You go to industry, give 10,000 rupees. I need this. In 1 day, he or she will give you. That's all. You are saving time. Okay. This is what I wanted to convey about the advances in manufacturing. So, what is the lesson learned in this part? I gave you 2 parts till now. Can anybody repeat lesson learned in first part? बताइए. मैंने कुछ बताया था पहले agriculture related. You need the growth, mechanization is there. Okay, you need this. These are the challenges to become the developer by 2047. You need 4.6% growth in agriculture, and nitrogen use efficiency, water use efficiency, mechanization. How we have to increase. That was the first part, and I gave you idea. Since the future will be engineering, you need to know the engineering. In engineering, we follow the design process. In design process, fabrication is very important. If you are not able to fabricate anything, you will not be able to call an engineer, or you are not providing any engineering solution. Okay. So when the engineering, the topic that is advanced manufacturing. In advanced manufacturing, number 1 material. Material से ही काम होता है. क्या खरीदना है? Try to use the environmental friendly material. ठीक है? Next, try to use the advanced processes. आपको robotic welding चाहिए, go and do. आपको कुछ और चाहिए, कटिंग चाहिए, you can depend upon आपको कितनी accuracy चाहिए, आप कितना पैसा खर्च करना चाहते हैं. Important is that you know what is available in the market. So based upon that availability, you can go and take your choice. This lecture actually I was given for 1 hour and 30 minutes. But now the total lecture has to be finished. That's why I went little fast. I'm sorry for that. Okay, if you have missed anything, I'm sorry for that, but you can enter. This was the lecture from 11:30 to 1, which I am starting at 11. Okay. This is what is available with you. So what is available with you, you should be also knowing this. Agriculture engineer is B.Tech, this MTech, they might have done these all this. You have done this arc welding, TIG welding, blacksmithy, fitting, bending, drilling operation. These are the general operation. But important is to know the principles. कैसे वेल्डिंग करते हैं? बीटेक वाले कैसे वेल्डिंग किए? क्या जाना है आप लोगों ने वेल्डिंग में? हाँ? उठाया और कर लिया, हाँ? टांका मारा. Be free. This is free. I am part of this division. Okay, be free. It is not the class. This is interaction. I am doing with my colleagues. Okay, interaction. जानता हूँ मैं सीख रहा हूँ, आप मुझसे सीख रहे हैं. How you are doing? मैं भी वैसे ही किया हूँ, जैसे आपने किया है. वेल्डिंग रॉड उठा के टांगा. हमने भी किया है. फंस रहा है, चिपक रहा है, ऐसा होता है ना? क्योंकि हमने बेसिक प्रिंसिपल ही नहीं समझा. जब किया तब समझा नहीं था, और जब समझा तब करना नहीं है. That's the difference. The difference. So how that is why understand. अभी मैं जब समझाऊंगा, I am confident enough कि कोई agriculture से हो या कोई engineering से हो, they will go and workshop and take and do of their own. If they know the principle, because three things are important in life. Number one, knowledge. Number two, what is number two? लाइफ में क्या नॉलेज तो चाहिए, फिर क्या चाहिए? स्किल चाहिए. स्किल आपके पास नहीं है, नॉलेज किसी काम का नहीं. थर्ड,
प्रैक्टिस
नहीं, वो तो स्किल में आता है. नॉलेज चाहिए, स्किल चाहिए. थर्ड, एनीबॉडी हैज गॉन टू लर्न द ड्राइविंग? कभी ड्राइविंग सीखे हैं? किसने सीखा है ड्राइविंग? ड्राइविंग आती है गाड़ी? हाँ, किसी से सीखा है? पहला क्या बताएगा? This is accelerator, this is brake, this is clutch, this work is like this is to change the gear. This is knowledge. उसके बाद क्या आता है? स्किल. आप कैसे उस नॉलेज को यूज कर रहे हो, अप्लाई कर रहे हो. पता चला आपको ब्रेक लगाने, एक्सीलरेटर मार दिया, आगे वाले सब खत्म. ठीक है, that is the skill. Third is attitude. Third is attitude. सब लोग सीखते हैं. कोई हैंडल पकड़ते ही घबरा रहा है, राइट से हार्न मार रहा है, वो उधर ही जा रहा है, क्योंकि उसको वो एटीट्यूड नहीं है कि मेरे पास नॉलेज स्किल है, आई कैन अप्लाई एंड आई कैन डू. सो नॉलेज, स्किल, एटीट्यूड. सिंस वी वर नॉट हैविंग नॉलेज, वी वेंट टू स्किल. हमको पता ही नहीं था कि एक्सेलरेटर है, ब्रेक है, क्लच है, और मैं गाड़ी उठा के चलाने लगा. दैट इज व्हाई इट हैपेंड कि जहां वो चलना चाहिए था वहां स्टक हो गया, जहां स्टक होना चाहिए था वहां चलने लगा. Because we are not done like that. ठीक है? That's why I want to give you idea about this. This is the topic what there is. So first is arc welding. Understand what the phenomena is arc welding. क्या करते हैं हम? हमको दो चीजों को आपस में जोड़ना है, but permanently. We're not going to loosen the screw and we want to join. So पहला क्या चाहिए आपको? दो मटेरियल चाहिए जिनको आपको ज्वाइन करना चाहिए. उसके बाद क्या चाहिए? जिससे मैं उसको ज्वाइन करूं. हम क्या करते हैं इस आर्क वेल्डिंग में? हम इन दो मटेरियल को मेल्ट करते हैं, इनके एंड्स को हम मेल्ट करते हैं. जब हम इनके एंड्स को मेल्ट कर देते हैं, उनको फिर आपस में फ्यूज करना चाहते हैं. दिस इज द व्हाट वी वांट कि उनके जो एंड्स हमको ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, इनका मटेरियल आपस में फ्लो हो, ये इंटरमिंगल हो जाएगा, इनका ज्वाइन है. तो पहले हमको उसको मोल्टन स्टेट में लाना है. सो यू नीड हीट. To generate that heat, you are using electric arc. Electric arc means you are creating very high potential. You are allowing electric current to jump. So the first point is, whenever you go for the welding, it is not necessary to touch. That is the problem. When we go for the welding, हम सीधे उधर ही टच कर देते हैं. यही करते हैं ना? हमको गैप थोड़ी सी देनी है. We have to allow the arc to jump. जब हमने वही नहीं दिया, हीट उतनी प्रोड्यूस नहीं हो रही, वो मेल्ट ही नहीं हो रहा है. जब मेल्ट ही नहीं हो रहा है, वो चिपक रहा है. That's what is happening actually. So the basic principle is, you are going to join the two molds in this. You are going to melt them. You need heat generation. For heat generation, you want the electric arc to jump. To that jump, you need. That's why the electrodes. क्योंकि करंट को फ्लो करना है, so you need positive electrode, negative electrode. इसीलिए क्या कर देते हैं आप? I am going to show you. I hope that this is the basic principles. you need the electric arc formation. No need to note down slides with you anytime, go through it. Just learn. Okay, no need to this. We don't allow students to copy. Important is that they should learn. ठीक है, बाकी आप पढ़ोगे अपनी लेवल पे, slides with you. Heat generation should be there. There should be the weld pool. जो दो चीजें आप melt कर रहे हो, that part is weld pool. वो बनना चाहिए, वो molten state में आना चाहिए. Third point is electrode and filler material. Electrode means हमने जो job है हमारा, let's suppose I want to do welding. This is the iron piece. Let us suppose, for example, मैं इसको negative connection दूंगा. Now I need to give positive connection. Only then current will flow. इसीलिए मैं इसको clamp एक लगा देता हूँ. That is negative. उसके बाद में electrode through positive देता हूँ. Remember, that is the electrode that is providing the positive side. That can be consumable, that can be non-consumable. Its first purpose is to make the flow of electricity, current through it. So that may be consumable, that may not be consumable. Then we use some filler material. That is why when this is electrode is consumable, it acts as filler material. जिन दो को आपने join किया ना, उसमें और एक चीज मिला दिया ताकि अगर कहीं gap हो, वो बंद हो जाए. But there is one more problem. When we go for the welding, हमने दो को join किया, melt किया, there is atmospheric oxygen is there, pollution may be there, कहीं पानी है कुछ है, जो हम weld बना रहे हैं, it may get contaminated. और later on stage में आप देखेंगे, वो तो crack हो गया, weld किया था crack हो गया. So you need, जब आप welding कर रहे हैं, you need to shield that. आपको उसको cover करना है. So for that you use shielding material. तो जो आपका पहला है arc welding, all varies depends upon the shield. I will explain you how. This is what I was governing the principle. This is the principle you are doing. Okay, see this? Can we off the light? There's an issue. See this one. Okay. Now understand this the principle of this welding. Okay. आप ये ऐसे करते हैं. Now see, there can be positive, negative, or if there is a DC, in that case, you are having positive, negative. In DC, it is plus minus Q. Now see this gap I was talking about. This gap we do not keep. Okay? जितना इलेक्ट्रोड का डाया होगा, ऑलमोस्ट उतना गैप देना पड़ेगा. But it is very difficult point in welding. Why? Especially when it is consumable electrode. क्या होता है हमारे माइंड में है कि मुझे इलेक्ट्रोड को ऐसे चलाना है. But electrode is getting consumed. इलेक्ट्रोड कंज्यूम भी हो रहा है. ऐसे तो आप माइंड में चला रहे हैं, लेकिन इसको थोड़ा डाउन भी करना है, क्योंकि जब कंज्यूम हो रहा है तो गैप बढ़ेगा. इसीलिए जो आप वेल्डिंग करते हैं, आप इस चीज को ध्यान नहीं देते तो बीच में देख रहे हैं यहाँ तो कुछ ही नहीं हो रहा है, फिर आप फिर से चिपका देते हैं, वहां पे फिर से एक ही जगह वेल्ड हो रहा है, बहुत मोटा मटेरियल उधर आ जाता है. सो देयर शुड बी द सिंक्रोनाइजेशन बिटवीन द टू मूवमेंट्स. वन मूवमेंट इज दैट यू आर मूविंग द फॉरवर्ड, अदर इज कि जितना जितना आपको इलेक्ट्रोड कंज्यूम हो रहा है उतना उतना थोड़ा डाउन हो. ये प्रैक्टिस से आता है. ओके, बट basic, I told you knowledge should be there, then only you will have skill. When knowledge is not there, you are going skill. आप कुछ भी कर रहे हैं. मैं भी जब कर रहा था चिपक रहा है, पता नहीं क्या हो रहा है. तो कुछ लोग कर रहे हैं उनको हो रहा है. It's happening because we were not having the understanding. So before that, you should have the proper. आप कुछ भी लाइफ में करो, practically first understand this. Otherwise, you will not be able to. ठीक है? So this is how we do our welding. Now these are the four types of welding. I will explain one by one. If you see first one, जो वहां पे इलेक्ट्रोड है, उसके बाहर और एक मटेरियल लगा है. इलेक्ट्रोड में लगा है बाहर मटेरियल. It acts as shield. ये भी मेल्ट हो गए ना. जब आपका वेल्ड कर रहे हैं, ये उसको शील्ड कर रहा है. This is shielding. ये उस वेल्ड पॉइंट को बचा रहा है बाहर के ना, ताकि ऑक्सीडेशन ना हो, कंटामिनेंट्स ना हो, पोल्यूटेंट्स पे ना पड़े. This outside material in the first one, this acts as shield. Flux. If you go to the second one, there is not much difference. What is the difference? Here, the shield is produced through inert gas. Inert gas हम वहीं पे जहाँ welding कर रहे हैं वहीं तक पहुँचा रहे हैं, like argon, helium, like that way. Any gas we are making it to reach the, ताकि जहाँ पे वो melt हो गया उस melt point पे थोड़ी देर के लिए cover रहे जब तक वो ठंडा हो जाए. Okay, till it takes the proper joint. So that is why in the second and the first term. So what is the difference between the shield metal arc welding and gas metal arc welding? It's only what sort of shield are using. Electrode is consumable, electrode is consumable. आप दोनों में electrode consume हो रहा है, खत्म हो रहा है. If you go to the third one, that is TIG welding, TIG welding. So what is happening is here electrode is non-consumable. Understand this point. It's only providing you the connection for the current, but it is not. That is why if you see in this, there is some filler rod. If you see the side point, there is filler rod. In others, you will see that electrode is there, that is getting consumed. But here, the connection, that is the molten state, is filled through this filler rod. Okay, so here you can have the shielding through gas. You can have the shielding through gas in the this gas tungsten welding. Important is the electrode is not consumed here. जैसा electrode आपने पहले use किया वैसे ही है. That is why we are using this tungsten. क्योंकि ये जैसे आपके फिलामेंट में आता था, ये बहुत हीट के बाद भी वैसा ही रहेगा. अगर हमको इसको कंज्यूम करना होता, we will not use TIG. Okay. So in the third one, if you see the fourth one, the flex core arc welding. See diagonally, see like this way. This is almost the same to this, consumable. In this, what shield was outside there? जो आपको बाद में shield करे, there is core flex inside. जो आपको electrode है, उसके center से आपको इसमें एक wire की तरह होता है जो आगे आगे बढ़ता है. ठीक है, you are consuming, but inside there is flex. So flex is providing shield. The difference between the four, is it clear? In the first one, you have the simple, you have seen it in the this workshop. In the second one, in place of that outside shield, you are having the gas shielding. So why you need shield? To protect the weld from the contaminants. नहीं तो crack आएगा, कुछ भी होगा. बाद में जो ये shield material है ना, यही आप ऊपर से उठा देते हैं. जब आप welding करते हैं तो फिर बोलते हैं कि ये तो ऊपर से उठा दो, ये कुछ उठ रहा है खुद ही. That's the shield. In the TIG welding, that's not consumable. Sometimes in the JRFSR, for example, you get it. In which of the following welding, the electrode is consumable. There you get confused. Okay, so we use here flex. So this is TIG welding. This is also known as heliarc. Because sometimes we use helium, arc welding, that's why, because we use inert gas. This is non-consumable, what I was conveying to you. So in others, like MIG welding, you are having the molten state of that rod. But in case of this TIG, it will not be like this. So in TIG, you have like this. You have the electrode. You can up down the electrode through this collar like we have the pen. In pen, we can make it up and down. Same way, you can change its size up and down in case of this TIG welding. And then you go for it. See here, the electrode will not be consumed. Electrode will be as such. It will like this. And this is the same, so you can have the supply, you can have the DC supply, you can have the AC supply. If DC supply, it varies. Whether you are giving positive to your electrode or you are giving positive to the job. Because one connection you have to give to the job, otherwise circuit will not be complete. So that is why it is DC EN means DC current electrode negative. That's also, this is, if it is negative, it is called a straight polarity. Okay, so there will be heat generation. It leads to more heat generation. In that case, if thickness of material is too high, we can go for it. Otherwise, we use the polarity reverse, that is positive and negative. So this is happening in TP welding. That's what the basic idea is there, that the electrode is not consumed, and we have in this also the shield, we use the filler material also sometimes. Those who are well expert, they will not like to use, but if you are not expert, you have to use filler material, otherwise there will be in between some gaps. Okay. Then comes, actually it comes first. It comes first, but I thought that you may not be interested in this part. First you have to understand where you are going. You are going to a place where there is current. You are going to a place where there is heat generation. You are going to a place where it looks like a fire, splinters of fire. Okay, you have to protect yourself. That is why this is very important. Whenever you go, there should be proper ventilation. Otherwise, that flex fumes will go into your body. This is same with the pesticide. You apply pesticide, it will enter your body, so you should wear the mask. Same way when you go. Most important is, when you go for the welding, always wear the shades, UV protection. Okay, हम क्या कर देते हैं, जब पहले आते हैं, सोचते हैं कि चलो साइड से ही कर लेते हैं, उससे दिखता है. Shades में पहले दिखता नहीं, और shades में भी there are variation in shades. Depending upon the lightness to darkness, हमारे वर्कशॉप में 2-3 होते हैं, हम वही यूज करते हैं, कभी-कभी हमको जॉइंट दिखता ही नहीं. This happens, but never go for direct welding. It is affecting our eyes. UV radiation, नहीं तो रात को लगेगा कि आंखों में किसी ने सैंड डाला, क्योंकि फ्यूम्स आते हैं, ऐसा लगता है, रोना आता है, ठीक है, आंखों में सैंड जैसा लगता है. If you die, so you should have the proper clothing. You should protect your clothing. ऐसा नहीं कि जल्दी फायर लग जाए, उसको कैच हो जाए. It should not be like that. Same way, your feet. You should have the proper shoes. So whenever you go workshop, at least take care of these 4-5 things: ventilation, proper shades, gloves, clothes, and shoes. These are very important. These are the factors that affect our health. Current voltage proper चाहिए. Okay, पता चला कि करंट ही नहीं है और इसीलिए कुछ हो ही नहीं रहा है. These electrodes, जो आप electrode use कर रहे हो, understand this point. Electrodes come with the rating. उसमें एक number लिखा होता है. You will understand whether this is suitable for this purpose or not. उसमें एक number लिखा होता है electrode में. So based upon that, you select the electrode, whether it is suitable, how much current it requires, what is the operating voltage. Sometimes you can start from little lowest based upon your hit and trial, then you can check on some this dummy part, then you can go to the actual part. Just for इसीलिए आपने देखा होगा वेल्डर अक्सर ना कभी-कभी होते हैं तो ऐसे लगा देते हैं, एक बार देखते हैं कि इसमें आ रहा है और आ रहा है कि नहीं आ रहा है, then they go to the actual part. Okay, so that affects electrode selection. That's what I was saying. Welding technique. So welders must use the correct welding technique. Weaving pattern. Weaving pattern means पूरा ऐसा होना, ऐसा नहीं कि यहाँ रख रहा है पूरा मोल्डन बना रहा है और कहीं जा रहा है तो गड्ढा बन रहा है. So pattern should be proper. Speed should be proper. I told you synchro. This all comes through practice. But basic principles we should be knowing. Then practice will be perfect. Joint preparation. पता चला पहले हमने एक को ऊपर रखा, एक को नीचे रखा, तो वेल्ड कैसे होगा? वेल्ड एक लेवल पे है, प्रॉपर्ली उनकी एक्सिस अलाइन है, क्लीन है, ऊपर जंग लगा हुआ है, वेल्ड तो उड़ जाएगा, ठीक है? That is the preparation. अब there can be many other factors, but आपने बहुत तेज से चला है, क्या होगा? बहुत गैप्स आएंगे बीच में, कुछ छूट जाएगा. आप स्लो चल रहे हैं तो क्या होगा? बड़ा-बड़ा ऐसे ना ढेर टाइप लग जाएंगे, उसमें lumps type आ जाएंगे. It should be like the lumps in the this weld. That is why proper speed is important. So these are the factors: joint preparation, welding parameters. So what you learned in this part? What you learned is that arc welding is widely used process. Don't mug up. Remember, don't mug up. जो आप सीखे वही बताओ अपने words में. Don't mug up. ये अगर लिखा है, this is not for exam purpose. What normally students practice, they will mug up and vomit in the exam. We don't encourage. In your words जो आपने सीखा है, इसीलिए मैंने आपको पर्ची दे दिया है. आप अपने words में लिखेंगे मैंने क्या सीखा. ये तो मैं जनरल के लिए summarize करने के लिए आपने क्या-क्या सीखा. So basic principles, safety you understood? Yes, any confusion? No, you want to ask anything? You should ask. So proper training and equipment. Training इसलिए that you should have that कि कैसे पकड़ना है उसको, क्या करना है इसके साथ. These all कैसे हम safe way में रहेंगे workshop में. These all should be that. And what is the difference between different types of welding, make, jig? That's there. There was other part, that was blacksmithy. They have put it there. That's why I said, yeah, आपने सबने देखा होगा blacksmithy. Actually, they have the major role even till today. They have the major role. Our local artisans, they provide the smart tools by using the forging. वो heat कर देते हैं. They have the very great knowledge of this. From color they understand. Flame का color से वो understand करते हैं temperature कितना रहा होगा. ठीक है, कितना, whether this is appropriate temperature or not, just from flame they understand. Then they do forging, उसको पीट रहे हैं, कुछ कर रहे हैं, and because of that only we have that smart farm mechanization. अभी भी कहीं छोटी चीजें खराब हो जाती हैं, उनके पास है कि वो पीट करके उसको तेज कर देते हैं. That smart farm mechanization is through local artisans, in which blacksmiths provide a major role. Okay. Actually, if you see this term blacksmith, smith skill से आया है. ये जो smith है, it is a skill. Black means उसका कलर जो हो जाता है. From that जब आप किसी को heat करते हैं, forging करते हैं, तो उस टाइम काला जैसा लगता है पैर. So that's why it's a blacksmith. So it is related to skill. मतलब smith ही skill है. That's why this आज भी इतना use होता है. So we cannot avoid it, but we can equip it. हम उनको कैपेसिटी बढ़ा दें. क्या होता था पहले ऐसे जलाते थे. Today we can allow them to go for the induction heating. हम उनको अच्छा इंडक्शन हीटिंग दे सकते हैं. पहले एक दो हैमर रहते थे, उसी से काम चलाते थे. We can equip them, we can enhance their skills. Okay, they can continue to support the local art. So this is what they normally have. You have seen this in the workshop. You have visited workshop. All have visited workshop. Those who are from horticulture, you have visited workshop. No, you must visit. Okay, this is very important. You must visit workshop. अपने आसपास observe करना बहुत ही important है. ठीक है? आपको पता चलेगा bench wise है. अब आप इसी को देखोगे. अगर आप देखिए how intelligent they have been. इसी को देखिए anvil को जो center में है. इसमें अगर आप देखेंगे दो होल है. एक स्क्वायर है, एक पिचल होल है, राउंड है. स्पेसिफिकली जैसे किसी के अंदर जो घोड़े को भी नीचे वो लगा देते थे ना, उसमें छेद करना है. अगर इसके ऊपर रखेंगे तो जो टूल है वो खत्म हो जाएगा, उसमें प्रॉब्लम होने का. तो वो होल के ऊपर रखते थे. इसी तरह इसमें से बेंड करना हो, मीन्स दे वर मेकिंग इट मल्टीपर्पज जस्ट विद इट. यहाँ पे राउंड बेंड करना है. दैट्स व्हाई आई हैव शोन हियर. इफ यू सी here, you can see round करना है. How they are utilizing it? Same way they have the slide block where you have the different size of holes, shapes. You can hold some pipe, clamp it. All operations using these tools. ये हमारे पास भी हो तो अच्छी बात है. We can do some work at home. हम घर में कर सकते हैं. Otherwise nobody will consider you engineer, especially the engineers. अगर आपको screwdriver उठाना नहीं आता है, उसको घर में कुछ ठीक करना नहीं आता है, nobody will consider you an engineer. And if you go to the foreign country, you need welding, you have to do. आप अपने प्रोजेक्ट में वेल्डिंग की जरूरत है, you have to learn and do. Capacity building, that way you have to do. So same way the drilling machine. These are the basics that I gave you idea about what locally it has been taking place. This is up to this, it's clear? This is what actually part I had been given for the up to 1 p.m. But I hope that you understood up to this. One aspect only I would like to discuss in 10 minutes because there are the horticulture people, so I will discuss basics of spraying technology. Basics of spraying technology. Up to this, can anybody summarize? क्या क्या सीखे आप? What are the things you learned? Can you fill out the second column? Now fill, okay. Now fill the second column. Now fill the second column. I will give you 2 minutes. fill the second column. What I know, what I learn. Now it is easy to fill second column. Or difficult? Fill only those things which you learn, not the things I have put in slide. Remember this point. Only the things which you learn, not the things I have put in the slide. और कुछ चीज अगर आपने नहीं समझा है, don't put. आगे आप क्या जानना चाहते हैं? इतना तो आपको पता चला, क्योंकि इस ट्रेनिंग में तो इतना कवर हो सकता है. They will in future like to have those trainings. Okay, what do you want to know in future? जो आपको confusion है कहीं पे, आपसे नहीं ये होता तो और अच्छा होता. Always there is some scope. Okay, there's always some scope. Don't copy what you have learned, that only. This is not good thing if you copy. That is not good thing, because then it is unethical practice which you are following. You are not true to yourself if you write the thing which you have not learned. Write the thing. If you have not learned anything, write that I have not learned anything. Okay, that is what how we improve and you will. If you are not learned, you can write. Okay. Clear? So I will take it from you. This is for our own purpose and for the trainer's purpose. I will take from you. So what I was discussing till now, the manufacturing practices, advanced manufacturing practices in which you have taken the robotic welding. We discussed about 3D printing. This is all. But one thing is the horticulture people.
Please hand over your sheets to Danish.
Yes. And there is no name written in it, isn't so? So it is transparent. Don't worry, I have not mentioned any name, roll number, training. Just this because we have to take it as positive. अभी कौन कौन वेल्डिंग कर पाएंगे वर्कशॉप में? हाँ. Attitude matters. I was checking it. Knowledge I have given. Okay, that's why I was checking that. How many raised? Okay, in the 5 minutes I will finish this part. That is the spraying technology. Okay, anyway. See, I gave you the basic design process. I discussed you some steps of design process. Can you analyze need in the horticulture crop or vegetable crop? What is the need? See, I will tell you, I will make you understand from this, then apply in your domain. This is the very basic work done by a student, very basic. What he did, he went to farmer's field growing the vineyard, simple growing the grapes. And the small farmers, what they were using, they need the growth regulators. Simple the growth regulators they need, and they need to apply it to each bunch. So they were simply using the mug. मग में पेस्टिसाइड डाल दिया, ठीक है, मिला दिया, ऐसे कर दिया, आधा नीचे, कुछ उनको लग गया. That is what they are doing. The student simply understood the need that if I can have same in the mimic through spraying technology, that will be better. I can save the pesticide. So this is 3D printed. I showed you advanced manufacturing. He simply measured the size of these bunches. जो varieties इंडिया में ग्रो होती है 14 varieties, उनका साइज निकाला कि डाया कितना है, विड्थ कितना है, उस हिसाब से इस कंट्रोल वॉल्यूम को बनाया, कोन को बनाया, प्रिंट किया. एंड सिंपली ये स्प्रे आपने सबने देखा होगा, नैपसैक स्प्रे, इसको फ्रंट में ज्वाइन किया, ठीक है, एंड यूज द सेंसर टू डिटेक्ट दिस बंच. सिंपल, वेरी सिंपल. Now see, now it is spraying technology. Downside is इसमें spraying technology कोई बड़ा ऐसा नहीं किया, 2 सेंसर लगाए, ठीक, लेकिन नीड को अंडरस्टैंड करना फैब्रिकेशन मटेरियल को सिलेक्ट करना, हाथ में उठाना है. अगर लोहे का बना देते तो what would have happened? He cannot carry, there will be ergonomics issue. So he selected that PLA material which I discussed, lightweight material, and 30% saving in chemicals. So small and marginal part. That is how you have to apply the knowledge in your domain. That is what is the basics of it. Because I don't know, somebody is in vegetables. Who is in vegetables? Vegetables. So in vegetable crops, can we have target spraying? Target spraying means यहाँ पे disease है, मैं disease को detect करूँ, वहीं पे spray करूँ. क्योंकि vegetables we consume many directly. So when we directly, if we go the blanket application of pesticides, what will happen? It will affect our health. That's the first component. So can we have in only those areas where there is disease? So we have to detect disease, spray. Remaining spraying technology remains same. You have to atomize. आप atomize करते हो spray को because you need particular this droplet density. Let us suppose there is flying insect. You want to control flying insect. हवा में fly कर रहे हैं. If I have the coarse droplet, size बड़ा है, जो नीचे बैठ जाता है, it will not work. I am interested in चूंकि insects fly हो रहे हैं, I want to control the fly insects. I should have the droplet size जो हवा में बहुत देर तक रहे. That is why I decide, okay, I should have the fine droplet size. Same way, if you have the fungus क्या कर देता है? सब में लग जाता है, पूरे एरिया में लग जाता है. When there is a fungus, I have to cover whole area. I cannot go for that spot in between. Compared to that, if there is any other disease, then we can have in between coverage through that, so that if disease is progressing, anywhere it will connect to pesticide. So these are the basics you have to understand about spraying technology. That is what I told you. For the fungus, you need to cover whole area. So accordingly, you will select the nozzle. If you don't need to cover whole area, straight you will select. Same way, the pressure. You have to generate the pressure. So you will study which pressure gives this droplet size. So that is the very basics. But important is what you have to do. How many days are left for the training?
2 more days.
2 more days. So by tomorrow evening, you give one idea to the training coordinator. That I want to solve this problem, which I have learned in this training. I will try to solve this problem. This is my idea. This is how you progress. कल आप किसी में निकलेगा ये जो entrepreneurship में you apply and you get that कहीं project निकलता है. That is to put your idea into reality. This is what I try to conclude in the possible time. Okay. So this is all what I had to convey. If you have any query, confusion, you can ask this time. If still you have more, my email is there in the front slide. You can mail or I can give number. You can WhatsApp. Okay. So quick, I will have 2-3 questions.
Yes, please. Please interact.
And don't bother about whether it is relevant to this or not. Whatsoever is your question, you are free to ask. Meaning, when you go out of this class, you go with some learning that will be helpful to you in your career, in your knowledge, in your skill. That's all. बताइए. Question तो because if you don't ask a question, 2 things have happened. या सबको सब कुछ समझ में आ गया या कुछ नहीं समझ में आ गया. So what I should take? कुछ नहीं समझ में आ गया या सबको सब समझ में आ गया?
Okay, there is some question, please.
about polylactic acid, वो हम कैसे extract करते हैं plants से?
Yes. So this PLA technique, if you have some biochemistry person, that is what we need the collaboration. Since we engineers, we only use. I am not extracted. But the people who are from the biochemistry or microbiology, they extract. Some use microbial technique, some use chemical technique. It depends on. So they will be knowing better. I don't know how to extract, but I know who will be doing it. Okay. And you can take project on this. क्या पता किसी और से भी हम बना पाए. एप्पल का कुछ आ रहा है. Important is आप जहां से भी हो, try to think कि मैं इसको अच्छे से कैसे करूं और जो मेरे पास रिसोर्सेज है मैं उनको यूटिलाइज कैसे करूं. That's very important. Okay. Okay.
Next question, please. You were asking something better.
Sir, it was saying like bioplastics. What's its future? In future, what we can do with this? Like, is there something in entrepreneurship context?
That is what I was trying to convey, that it's not only bioplastic, in composite materials also. You have the many resources available. Let us suppose we have in northern region paddy straw. Can we have from the paddy straw some composite material that we can use in our engineering, in a design, where we do not need much stress? That is what resource is available to you. Understand its properties. When you understand its properties, compare to other properties. See how I can improve now, merging 2, 3 together. This has this thing good, this has this thing good, this has, I am clubbing it, taking all good. Okay. Oh, if you don't have question, then I will ask question. That is what we do in the seminar. My friend knows
So
that.
bioplastics, definition is within 20% or
More.
Why not more than that?
It is more than that, minimum 20%. It's a minimum. It is minimum 20. Otherwise, it will not be considered bioplastic. Minimum should be 20. Up you can go 100%. Okay, minimum 20% renewable portion should be there. Then it will be counted as bioplastic. Otherwise, because even normal plastic is degradable, but it will take longer time. You have to cut as bioplastic. It gets degraded to microbes.
Why 20%? Why not at 30%?
For this, I was not in that when this standard was formed. Your question may be genuine, but they might have seen in the possibilities. Okay. So should I ask a question? Huh? Ready for the question? Huh? How many of you selected during this class? Because I started from that. Huh? I started from there. Huh? No one? Okay, then my job is complete. Thank you. Thank you, friends.
Thank you, Dr. Rouf, for such a wonderful, inclusive lecture. I hope our participants will be benefited from this, and probably they might be conducting certain practical lessons in our engineering module workshop in 5 or 10 minutes from now. So if you are not having any questions, it's time to appreciate, Dr. Rouf for this wonderful lecture. I'm not going to say probably.
Are you introduced to him as a coordinator?
Yes, they are.
Who is he?
Probably.
That is the problem. When you know that he introduced me, and what was most important, he did not convey. That was, I am the. And who is he? He is the first ranker GR. Okay. In our batch, we were not going into even up to 4th of this year. BT के बाद क्या करना है? आप book नहीं, कुछ नहीं. And in all India, he got rank 1.
That is too much appreciation for me. Thank you very much, Dr. Rouf.
Thank you. And think in the life, same situation, the friends sharing the idea. We are friends, we are batchmates. Okay, that's it. So you will be at different places connecting.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, now we are going to have practical sessions.